Oh, hey, viewer. How's it going? What am I doing, you ask? Oh, well, I'm just scraping the bottom of this barrel here. How about you? Okay, so I'm a dum-dum. This week's video was supposed to be a gunpla video where I put together the red comet. But a quarter of the way through the video, I scrapped it because I was unhappy with the filming. So instead of that, I'm putting out this totally original, very high quality, game changing video. That's right. This is the top 5 out of print manga video. So, here are the qualifications for this list. First of all, obviously, the manga has to be currently out of print as of the filming of this video. Now I'm going to be focusing on actual physical manga, so it could still be available online and be on this list. Secondly, the price of the secondhand manga has to go for a higher price online than it originally sold for. There are plenty of out-of-print manga out there that are really cheap to pick up, and so we're just going to be focusing on the more expensive titles. And finally, only one title per artist. And with that, in no particular order, the top 5 out-of-print manga that I want to be reprinted. Shitoro Ishimori is one of the most famous mangakas of all time, and his most famous work is a series titled Cyborg 009. Originally published in 1964 in Weekly Shonen King, it would continue serialization on and off again until 1981, jumping around to various different magazines. The manga was published in North America by Tokyo Pop starting in 2003 and was published for 10 volumes, and from what I understand, went out of print sometime in 2006. Now, the first 5 or so volumes you could pick up for a decent price, around $30, but it's the later ones that get crazy. Around volume 6 and 7, the price hikes up to around $100. But then it gets even crazier with volume 10, which right now on Amazon, some retailers are trying to sell for around $800. And that's not to mention the fact that volumes such as 8 and 9 are extremely hard to find. Now, being such a big fan of vintage manga from the 60s and 70s, I really want this manga to be reprinted. Again, it's one of Ishimori's most famous works, but is currently unavailable in North America in a physical format. The next manga is a classic weekly shonen jump series titled Saint Stsia, also known in the West as Knights of the Zodiac, by Masami Kurumada. Originally published from 1986 to 1990 in Weekly Shonen Jump, the manga was published in North America by Viz Media from 2004 to 2010, with 28 volumes released. Alright, so right now, a number of the later volumes are still available, but the rest are out of print and pretty expensive. Volume 1, for instance, is selling around $100, along with the first couple of volumes. Though you could find them a bit cheaper in a few other places, but this manga definitely needs to be reprinted. It's a classic shonen title, and from the few chapters that I've read, it seems to be very interesting, and I really want to read the whole series. So a couple of months ago, I saw 2 absolutely kick-ass samurai films called Lady Snowblood and Lady Snowblood Love Song of Vengeance. And after watching these movies, I found out that they are actually adaptations of a manga. Lady Snowblood, written by Kazu Koike of Lone Wolf and Cub fame, and drawn by Kazu Kamimura. The manga originally serialized from 1972 to 1973 in Weekly Playboy. The manga was published in North America by Dark Horse Comics from 2005 to 2006 in 4 volumes. The volumes can be very difficult to find right now, and when you do, they are selling for around $100. The movies were so awesome, and it's a shame that this manga isn't being published right now. Also, as a side note, I would highly recommend this movie if you like hyper violent, campy samurai films. Also, if you like Quentin Tarantino and you want to see what he ripped off, inspired him when he made the movies Kill Bill, then check it out. So, if you've seen some of my other videos on this channel, then you may have realized that I'm a bit of a Lupin III fan. And because of that, I want to own the manga, of course, but unfortunately, it's been out of print for a while now. The first Lupin III manga by Kazuhiko Kato, also known as Monkey Punch, was originally published from 1967 to 1969 in Weekly Manga Action. It was published in North America by Tokyo Pop from 2002 to 2004 in 14 volumes. Like I said earlier, it's been out of print for a while now, causing the manga to range anywhere from $40 to $100 a volume. Not only that, but the later volumes can be pretty difficult to find. Even the second series, Most Wanted, is even more expensive and difficult to find. But for right now, I'm just putting the first series in this list. Now, there is some hope for Lupin fans, however. This year, Seven Seas Entertainment got the license to publish Lupin, though, from what I understand, they are only going to be releasing one book, containing so-called classics from the series. I still really want the complete original series to be reprinted, however. And now, we come to the manga that I want reprinted the most. It is Osamu Tezuka's Phoenix. Phoenix was an anthology series that was published sporadically from 1954 to 1988 in various magazines such as Shoujo Club and Calm. It was published in North America by Viz Media from 2002 to 2008 in 12 volumes. Volumes of the manga right now range anywhere from $50 to over $100, up into the $300 to $200 range. It's very unfortunate that this manga is currently out of print, being the literal life's work of the god of comics. With all the box sets that Viz Media has been putting out for the past couple of years, it would be the perfect opportunity to re-release Phoenix as a deluxe box set. Phoenix is probably one of my favorite manga series of all time, and I would love for Viz Media to re-release it. Please? And this is my list. Now, there are plenty of more out-of-print manga that I could have included on here, and if you yourself can think of some, then please, put it in the comments. It's a real shame that these manga are out of print, though, thankfully, for all of them, you could still find them online in a digital format. But I love to own physical copies of my manga. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again soon.